Did you know that in medieval 2 Total War, when the Pope dies and the election screen pops up, that you can actually interact with all factions here by clicking on their icons? This sends you into a diplomacy screen. The advantage of this is that it first of all allows you to improve relations through alliances with factions with more Cardinals, and bribe other powers to vote for you, increasing your odds of becoming the Pope, but it also allows you to establish trade agreements and exchange map information with other factions without having to run around with diplomats early game. It does, however, require you to have a preferati in the running. If the Pope dies early into the game, this can be used to great effect, especially if you are a faction like Venice or Sicily. Of course, at the start, get your trade established with neighbouring powers, but then focus your diplomats on the Orthodox and Muslim world for trade there, earning you more money in the early game. And the chances are that you will have a preferati in the running to become the Pope, as you have areas nearby that he can begin converting and gaining experience from. Here are 7 more things I wish I knew about medieval 2 Total War earlier. You may know these, and good for you. I never said you didn't know this stuff. But I have thousands of hours in the game, and some of this stuff I am very new to. Number 2. Peasants generate less public order than regular units. Of course, in Rome Total War, peasant spam to boost public order was the strategy. This, however, was something they fixed in Barbarian Invasion, and then was carried over into medieval 2 Total War as well. It's not something you will really notice unless you are specifically testing it. However, this point is not as important as the Barbarian Invasion version, for 2 reasons. 1, Medieval 2's public order is easier to manage anyway and less urgent at the start. And 2, peasants can only be recruited in castle settlements, not cities. In cities it's the town militia, but they have no public order penalty. So this knowledge is not going to affect your campaign that much, but some of you may find a use for it, and it's also interesting. Number 3. A very small one, but this one frustrated me for so long. Now, as a YouTuber, I install a lot of mods for videos, but that means I have to reset my settings quite frequently for those mods. However, the option to alter your controls cannot be found in the battle menu, only in the main menu options. F1. That's it. F1 is all you press, and you can set your controls during a battle. As I said, a very weird one, but wow, I wish I knew this one much earlier. Number 4. This is the type of one that I say, and you all end up laughing at me for it. When you use Pikemen, selecting the pikes down formation alone is not enough. It's defensive formation that completes it, and makes it an actual pike wall. I wish I knew this one much earlier. Many of you will know this, I know it too, now, but it took me a while. In my defense though, it is stupid that you have to select 2 different icons to activate one ability. Number 5. Across the campaign map, there's water crossing points represented by green arrows. This allows units to cross and ships to sail through. Number 6. Nah, I'm only joking, there's more to it than that. If you place a fleet in between the 2 ends of the crossing, no army can cross that area. I don't do this in my campaigns, as I personally find it as a bit of a cheat, but if cheesing the AI is what you enjoy doing, then you can certainly use this. It helps with defending from the Moors in Iberia, and you can use it to block off the crossings at Byzantium to slow down those annoying crusaders. Number 6. You know what, sometimes 1 time speed is a little bit too fast, especially if you're a YouTuber trying to get some cinematic gameplay. But pausing the game is not good also for that. If you hold down shift and select the increase or decrease speed icon, then you can alternate it by 0.1 times speed. This is often seen in pixelated Apollo videos, but I never knew how to do it. All you do is hold shift and then click. For me, it is good for getting more cinematic shots of videos. For some less experienced players out there, sometimes 1 time speed may feel too fast, but you don't like pausing the game. Try 0.8 speed. Or maybe 1 time speed feels too slow, but 2 times feels too fast. Try 1.5. Overall, I love the customizability of this. Last but not least, number 7. Gunpowder units have always seemed very useless to me. However, I have not been using them to their greatest effect, as they actually have the ability to fire by rank and not just in a line, making them basically 3 times more powerful, and all you need to do is click one option: enable skirmish mode. Why this works, I have no idea. Seems really stupid, but here it is. By having skirmish mode on, the front line will fire, then the next line will fire, then the next line, and so on, providing an endless wave of gunfire, slaughtering the enemy. I've been using the unit wrong for so many years now. The next time you are playing Medieval 2 Total War with Gunpowder units, give this a try. Come back and comment your new experiences in the game. Are they now worthwhile? Number 7 was not really last place. I have 2 honourable mentions. Number 1, don't build warehouses. They have very little effect at all. It's some sort of bug in the game, and it's actually the military part that provides more trade and trade routes. The warehouse is also meant to open up more trade routes and trading opportunities, and it apparently doesn't do that, so don't build the warehouse. Honourable mention number 2, and this one is fascinating. I have already gone over it in another video, but there is actually a way to access the beta version of the map of Medieval 2 Total War. That's right, the beta version of the map. Hear me out. The main beta campaign was made. Then they duplicated it. One for the tutorial, one for the main campaign. Tutorial was mostly done, and a lot of the land there would be unused, so they did not improve it. They just left it as it is. Whereas the main campaign was constantly upgraded and patched over the final months of development. However, if there was a way to actually see the rest of the Medieval 2 Total War in the tutorial, like the full map, then you will technically be looking at Medieval 2 Total War's beta version map, because it doesn't involve all the global updates. By going into the tutorial folder and deleting the campaign script, you can do this, and as you can see, there's a load of interesting stuff here. This is Medieval 2 Total War beta. As I said, I've already made my video on it, so I will link that one at the end if you want to check it out and see all the stuff. These 2 are just honourable mentions, as one is really just a bug, and the other one, it's interesting, and most of you don't know it unless you've already seen my video. And it also does not affect the gameplay at all, so I just put them both as an honourable mention at the end. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe, as it makes these videos much more worthwhile. Please also share with anyone or any group of people you think may be interested in something like this. I've been MELKOR, and until the next one, goodbye.